Good afternoon, Sailor family. This is Mr. Emerald. I just wanted to connect with all of you. I know I did not send out my Monday memo yesterday. Just felt that there's so many things going on, so many communications, so much information that's out on the news and social media and so forth that I felt it was better to not inundate your mailboxes with something else, especially that early. But wanted to connect just a little bit briefly today as we kind of navigate and move through some of the things happening in our world. First of all, just as you think about your kiddos, and I know that's at the forefront of all of our minds, make sure you remember that it's about relationships and connecting with our kids. And so however you are able to do that through these times, whether that's through email, social media, Google Classroom, Schoology, whatever platform, whatever space you want to do that in, I would just challenge you to connect with kids and maybe throw out challenges or small assignments for them. None that are going to be graded necessarily, because not all of our kids have social media, but or internet rather, but rather just an opportunity for them to stay engaged in learning and in their work. I know a number of grade level teams, grade level content areas have sent out different emails and CC me in those, sending them out to their parents and their kids. And I think it's a great way to just stay connected. Secondly, just kind of reiterating all the stuff that we're hearing on the news and inundated with, and that is the social distancing, making sure we're washing hands, trying not to be, or not being really in large groups. The building is going to be shut down. So please don't go into the building. If you need something or need to get in there, shoot me a text or an email, and we can maybe try to squeeze in a 5 or 10 minute stop if you need to grab something that's pertinent. But otherwise, just know that the buildings are going to be shut down. As we move through these times, we'll update calendars. I just feel like they're going to change quite drastically even as we move forward in the next 2 to 4 weeks here. Our fifth grade visits to the elementaries is all going to be changed. Their visits here will all be changed. Concerts and athletics, everything's being changed. And so we'll just all have to be patient. I know all of you will. I trust that all of you will. But just be patient as we move forward. We'll communicate those things as they come about. It won't be a ton of communications because we don't want to put a lot of things out there and then only have to redo them or resend them. So it'll probably be closer to spring break as we get some of those, kind of see where we're going and get some of those dates changed. Finally, just as we move through this time, I just wanted to share with you one of the big things that I think that we get to do as educators, during these times is one, to think about our kids and how do we best support our kids, but also to think about what are we doing for ourselves and for our family. As I make this message, our family is here reading, and so I wanted to share the 4 books that. Lofty goal, I know, but the 4 books that I'm going to either finish and or get into a little bit more with all of you. The first one is the book by Mr. Helmer. I've got about maybe 20 more pages to go on that one, and then I will have finished that one. These 2 books are 2 that I'm really interested in getting into. Both of these, I've heard these speakers in the last 6 months here. Joe Sanfilippo was at our state conference up at MEMSPA, and then Adam Welcome was at our conference this fall. Both were great speakers. This book I'm actually into a little bit, and we're looking at doing a book study with our elementary and middle school leaders around hacking leadership. And then this one, Visioning Onward. This is a really interesting one. I'm kind of excited to get into, but Paul Liebenau, who's one of the authors, is our executive director at MEMSPA. And so just value and appreciate his leadership. So I'm excited to see what he has to say around vision and moving organizations forward. So that'll be the work for me and for our family in the next little bit, is to read and to try to stay engaged physically and mentally and emotionally in what we're doing. And then finally, just 2 little pieces. One, that we're delivering meals. Mr. Burrell, Mr. Numador, and I had a great time yesterday. Just being out and just being visible and being able to deliver some meals to some of our families, especially families that are living in poverty in many ways. We'll do that again tomorrow. So I know Mr. O'Brien has had a number of communications and providing that opportunity for you to come out and support in some capacity, whether that's making meals, delivering meals, handing them out at the curb, or simply just thinking about it in the group and that's there. It may mean that you're not actually physically there, but just think about our kids that are in need. And then finally, just be well, take care of yourselves, take care of your families. We're in this together. None of us have answers. None of us know how it's going to go. This is unprecedented, obviously, in the work that we're doing. So just know that you're all valued and appreciated, and make sure that our kids know that as well. And I look forward to seeing you all soon.